Chapter 3, Mishnah 1. In the first two chapters, the Mishnah has discussed what the Kohen should do in cases of mixtures of bird pairs. How many may he offer, and how should he offer them? Now the Mishnah will go back to those cases and discuss what happens if the Kohen did not do what should have been done, but simply offered the birds in one way or another. When are these things discussed in the last two chapters? Said, in the case of a Kohen who asked the sages what he should do with the mixture of birds he was given. But in the case of a Kohen who did not ask the sages what he should do, but simply offered the mixture of birds on his own, then in a case where he had one pair that was separated for this woman and one pair that was separated for this other woman, or two pairs that were separated for this woman and two pairs that were separated for this other woman, or three pairs that were separated for this woman and three pairs that were separated for this other woman. If he offered all of them above the red line of the Mizbeach as olos, the law is that half are valid and half are invalid. Half the birds in all these pairs were supposed to be olos. Thus, all the olos of these pairs have been offered properly and are valid. All the chataos of these pairs have been offered improperly and are invalid. Similarly, if he offered all of them below the red line on the Mizbeach as chataos, the law is that half are valid and half are invalid. Half the birds in all these pairs were supposed to be chataos. Thus, all the chataos of these pairs have been offered properly and are valid. All the olos of these pairs have been offered improperly and are invalid. If he offered half of them above the red line as olos and half of them below the red line as chataos, the law is that of those that were offered above, half are valid and half are invalid. And of those that were offered below, half are valid and half are invalid.